We're here at the Lemon Monkey in Stoke Newington, one of the top spots in town. I've been coming here for a while, seen a couple of great projects. One of them is called Foreign Slippers. There's a klezmer group which is really good. We'll bring you a bunch of stuff from Lemon Monkey because we think Lemon Monkey is really worthwhile, local, and enjoyable. A bit of an oasis place to come through to have some coffee, even late at night, you know, have a glass of wine, stuff like that. So with that, we're going to introduce Katharine, who's the owner here and who created this wonderful place. So how are you tonight, Katharine?
Hi, well, I'm good, thanks. So yes, I'm Katharine Tasker. I'm the director and owner of Lemon Monkey. We're a fine food shop and a cafe.
And a lot of exquisitely sourced foods. Tell us about some of your concept for, you know, because I go through some of this stuff and it's like memories of childhood in France with different biscuits and biscotti and things like that. It's really lovely stuff.
The food is primarily continental, and I had grown up in France, so we have a lot of products which are from France. We like to have products from small producers, so the cheeses, for instance, are all sourced through a big market in France, and they're all small French dairies.
Right.
We also have a lot of chorizos because we have Spanish clients, we have Italian clients, we have German clients, and as we get to know our customers better, we try to cater a little bit for what they want. We try to have a sort of a fairly you know, personalised service, I suppose, in a way, you know, to sort of bring to people what they're interested in. So there definitely are some specifically sort of old-fashioned things that people have as childhood memories that we've had here. And we have a hot chocolate often, poulain, that is not specifically a high-end product, but it hits a sentimental note. Or we had little, you know, candied bananas and things like that. And being in such a sort of a thriving arts community, we've expanded a bit beyond that. So we have
into music. Yeah,
we have evenings of music. We have an art gallery. We have poetry readings.
Just to let you know that this is we're actually sitting here in what's a beautiful little gallery at the back of the restaurant. We're trying to do that here, I suppose, also for the noise and not to interrupt too much. But tell us a little about this artist. Apparently there's a very young artist, very talented guy.
This is a great guy, young artist called Conrad Clark, and he works in a very sort of minimalist style, and he's specifically sort of exploring spaces, architecture as a kind of an enclave or an escape or sort of a nice enclosure place to go. And he's just 19 and sort of very, very sensitive and intelligent for his age. So here he's got some drawings, and then he's got some prints that he's done, and his show is up for about another week.
Well, he's 19, he's very talented. It's kind of etchy, there's textures of sort of white, it's kind of etching. With prints, the colours are primarily white, etched black ink, a lot of light yellows and things like that, and a lot of burnt and kind of textured feelings on there too. But it's quite creative and quite lovely, and I think every month Katharine does have a different painter and artist. So if you're a local artist, of course, you could probably contact her. Join the Facebook group. Is that something you would welcome, or is that something you select?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, come and drop by the shop or send me an email.
I know one of the other arts projects you do is poetry reading, is that?
Yes, we have been doing poetry readings, and that's been really, really popular.
Has it?
Which, I don't know, was I suppose maybe perhaps a surprise, but there's also, again, a lot of talent in the area.
She lives very near here in Dalston, wrote 3 novels, 2 of which have won awards, and 4 poetry collections, the latest of which is this one, Facing the Public. The 2 hands together for Martina Evans.
This book is partly about some poems about the War of Independence in Ireland, and all our cousins in Limerick had horses. We didn't have any, so we were kind of the poor relations, and Uncle Tommy would come and see us sometime, and my mother thought he was great, and you know, he's a bit of a character. And he came once. I really, really wanted a horse with a horse box. He said he had a present for my father, but they went into the bar and they drank for a long time, and when they came out they opened the horse box and it was a little cow. So I was very disappointed, and I don't think my father was that pleased either, because he obviously hadn't asked for a cow. So this poem is called Cowboys. They came with a horse box, a present for Daddy, they said, as he followed them into the bar. Captain Lyley's face plummy with drink, Uncle Tommy in shades of brown and beige, his nicotine fingers, tan ankle boots, Fry's chocolate cream tie. I circled the yard in excitement. Would I be throwing my leg over a horse soon? Billy the Kid leaping on after bursting out of Lincoln jail. Tolt and grave, I was more like Pat Garrett when I stole near the box in my sandals, my hat hanging down my back on its string. Shouldn't a horse whinny or paw the ground with spirit? Shouldn't I be able to see the points of her ears as she tossed her head above the opening? I pressed my own ear against the petrol-smelling wood. Soft breathing and slight shifting. Maybe she was a Shetland. Overhead the crows circled like buzzards. The yard was deserted. It could have been high noon, but it was dark when they finally came out of the bar, and Uncle Tommy fumbled with the bolts. A little Dexter cow, he announced to myself and Daddy. The small donkey-brown figure stood timid and still in the dim light of the BP pump. Off to one side, Captain Lyley had Mammy's hands in both of his, saying, "Mrs. Cotter, I am loath to leave you." No one noticed, Daddy and me, our murderous looks.
But it really is it's not just a cafe, it seems to be a little bit in terms of the level of sophistication, the level of the concept and the execution and the service and the sort of, I think, just easygoing hospitality, it all kind of works. When I saw the klezmer group here, you can just look around, and even the way the guy with the violin sitting, it all seems to be part of the picture. And I don't know how Catherine's done it, but it is a lovely place. So tell us a little bit, Katharine, about some of the acts that are coming on and what nights you have. I know you mentioned the gallery and also the poetry, but tell us a bit about the music acts.
Tonight is Nicky Taylor, and she's playing with Kung Fu Vicar. They both do folk music. She has played here a number of times, and she has children, and it often attracts a lot of other parents who bring children, and it's totally different atmosphere. It's really lively, and then the children run around and sell the CDs and so on.
Cool, nice.
And then we have some jazz coming up, and we have klezmer.
And also you can go to the Facebook, is it Facebook Monkey?
Yes, we post them on Facebook, and we also use Live as Your Local to advertise.
Okay, Live as Your Local, what's that?
It's a fairly recent website which caters to Islington and Stoke Newington, and predominantly it's to advertise music.
Great.
And so there's weekly listings and venues, but they also will have art shows and different events that happen.
So Live as You Like.
So you can contact me at lemon.monkey@btconnect, or one word.com.
Okay. And that is, again, if you come down, if you like the place, and appreciate all the arts that are going on here. Katharine, I'm going to let you go because I think you have to resolve some sound equipment issues. We'll talk to Nicky Taylor, but thank you so much for being here and for giving us a lovely space.
It's a pleasure, thank
Thanks.
you.
Like to see you. Coming up, an interview with singer-songwriter, artist Nicky Taylor, and we'll play a couple of tracks from her CD Absolution.
How fair you are, how full of grace, reveal to me a gentle place, so close to tears, how far we are. Prepared your way for your final hour. Angel fallen at my feet, with a strong possibility of breaking hearts and poetry. Leave me with a legacy. Beyond we go, on separate ways, adjusting to this choice you've made. This emptiness is filling me, and touching you, just a memory.
Words come in useless guises. One thing, at least from me, down the narrowing paths I've placed in myself. It no longer scares or disgusts this thing I've grown like, or rather from. So I live for love, nothing less, the rush, the eternal moment, as foolish as it seems. Tonight, my heart spreads like a fan, and all things draw to it, no matter how purple the hills or blue the evening.